is a normal day for us, but on this beautiful evening is very challengeable day for our brothers and sisters. Time has come for them to face another great experience in their life. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Smart Debaters, the debate competition series conducted by the Institute of Smart Students.
First and foremost, let us meet the Honorable Board of Judges for the first debate. Mrs. Shashibha Rajbhadrina, Ms. Nus Lanyas and Ms. Sandali Jayawardena. Thank you for your representation.
So, Sasiru, King Dutugamnu was clearly the hero of ancient Sri Lanka. In my opinion, he is the greatest.
Hero? I don't think so.
Well, maybe I'm not sure. However, both of them are legends.
They were both legends in their own right. Yet, today we will be able to figure out the best by tonight's debate. Before we look into those historic moments, let us first meet the two debating teams. Representing the proposing team, we have Himasha Hansinu, the leader of the proposing team, and the other members are Okita Senet, Mino Devtisa, Netidu Niduvara, Netu Savindra.
Representing the opposing team, we have Senali Dilasna as the leader of opposing team, and other members are Minu Dilinara, Jeno Shan, and Dinuchi Damsarani, Dasindu Dinasna. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the tonight's debate on the topic of King Dutugamnu is greater than King Balagamba.
So now, this is the best moment for our brothers and sisters to face their challenge. Let's get this debate started. Please give them a big round of applause as we wish them good luck.
One day, Mihindu Maharahat, who brought Buddhism to Sri Lanka, preaches that in this land, one day a great stupa will be created by the hand of a great king. Do you believe that such prediction was said about a king? No, right? But in whole Sri Lankan history, such prediction was said about a king. Who's that noble king? Any guess? Good evening, impartial board of judges, dear sir, opposing team members, and all brothers and sisters. Who's that noble king? That great noble king is King Dutugamnu. About 150 years ago, before King Dutugamnu's reign of King Devana Kirtisa, Mihindu Maharatan Vahanse preaches that by pointing out a land, in this land a great stupa will be created named as Ruwanvelisaya by the hand of the great King Dutugamnu. And this statement is engraved in a stone pillar. Even today, we can see this. So, now you can understand how great King Dutugamnu is. Because in entire history of Sri Lanka, such prediction was said only about King Dutugamnu. So, to begin with, Elalan, a great warrior from South India, who is the most powerful invader for our country before 161 BC. As our ruler of country should be a Sinhala Buddhist, King Dutugamnu defeated Elalan and unified our country. He saved our culture. Not only that, he constructed temples, he constructed almhouses, and he mainly developed agriculture. And also, he strengthened the Sangha society. So, as a final word, if we haven't done such a great service to our society, what will happen to our society? Even today, we will not live as a country under a one king. So, when we sum up the service done by King Dutugamnu, what did King Balagamba do? Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to state that a king whose unwavering resilience in a time of adversity serves as a timeless testament in the indomitable spirit of a true leader, whose legacy echoes to the annals of the Sri Lankan history. So good evening, impartial board of judges, dear teachers, parents, and my dear brothers and sisters. Now, you might be wondering, who's the king that I explained about earlier? It is none other than King Balagamba, or the great black lion. So King Palagamba or King Vattagamani Abir ruled the ancient Sri Lanka during a tumultuous period in Sri Lankan history. His reign, which began around 103 BC, was marked by significant political upheaval. So, firstly, if we talk about King Valagamba's accession to the throne, it was marked as an amazing time period in Sri Lanka for the members. So, he displayed a remarkable determination and courage. And also, his journey to the throne symbolizes a story of resilience and perseverance. Now you might be asking, what's the instance? It is none other than King Valagamba strategically by his building alliances by gaining support from his loyal followers to reclaim the throne. And also, he also gained support from his loyal followers. And another thing is that unwavering commitment towards the people, because King Valagamba remained steadfast to reclaim the throne, and also pursuing and also reclaiming the throne. And another thing is that what has King Dudugamanu done? Because King Dudugamanu on the other hand killed his own people, because you know that after defeating King Elara, there were Tamil inhabitants like Tamil people. So after that, they were killed by King Dudugamanu, because there were two Tamil people who were killed by King Dudugamanu. And also, on the other hand, if we talk about King Valagamba's time, King Valagamba helped the Tamil people, because if we talk about an instance, there were some Tamil merchants coming from the sea and they were in a little bit of trouble. So he volunteered to help them. He just helped them. He not only helped them, but also he also volunteered to bring the business from that country. So how would a king would do that? But King Dudugamanu killed his own members. It is not supposed to do by a king. So at last, I'd like to say, from King Valagamba, there are many good qualities that we can take, such as resilience, perseverance, unwavering commitment towards the people. So he is a great character. As we are school students, we can get a great example from him. So I think at last also, I highly believe that King Valagamba is greater than King Dudugamanu. Thank you.
When Viharamadeva asked his little prince Gamunu, why aren't you sleeping in your bed more comfortably? Then his reply to his mother was, Ma, remove your spectacles. Upper area of beyond Mahavar river consists with Tamils and the lower area with the shallow sea. So how can I sleep in my own way? This statement will prove the bravery and the courage of this little prince, who is no other than King Dudugamanu himself. King Dudugamanu was the first king to reunite the country under one king. Without him, there would be no president today in Sri Lanka. And he had the army who he had built by himself. And he had a plan every time he did something. Firstly, he sent his brother to replenish the food supply in Digamadul. Secondly, he prearranged the army from all three sides. And the battle between King Elara and King Dudugamanu started from the place called Magam and expanded throughout the all kingdom of Anuradhapura. But before the final battle, King Dudugamanu offered a request for King Elara. That is, there is no need to spill blood of the innocent people of the country. So we will duel against one another for the victory. As a result, during that battle, King Elara was badly injured. And at that time, King Dudugamanu came close to him and said, this effort of mine is not for the royal comfort, but for the existence of Buddhism. And I also heard that one of the opposition team members said that King Dudugamanu had killed Tamil people. What are the evidence for that? Can you tell any evidences? And on the other hand, King Valagamba is not rightful to be a king, because he had ran away from the invaders that came to Sri Lanka, abandoning the country, abandoning his people. So can a person like that can be called a king? And also, not only that, but also he's a murderer who had murdered the people who had helped him retrieve his throne for the second time. Can he call a person like that a king? Thank you.
So, one of the main ways in which King Valagamba has contributed to Buddhism was through his efforts to revive and promote the region after it had been suppressed during his reign, when access died to the throne in Sri Lanka in the 1st century, which means before Christ. the Buddhism was facing many significant challenges and persecution from other religious groups. But despite these obstacles, King Valagamba worked tirelessly to rebuild and restore the Buddhism in Sri Lanka. We all know that the Tripitaka, which is considered as the holy book on Buddhism, which means a collection of Buddha's teachings. And so before King Valagamba's time, this Tripitaka was handed down orally in the big order. So sometimes when handing down something orally, the things or the teachings of Buddha are changing. But in King Valagamba's time, he decided to put all them on the palm leaves in Adivihara temple in the Mandalay during the 4th Buddhist Council. If King Valagamba didn't do it that time, in my point, the Buddhism won't even be in the society and it will be changed too. So, by this point, we have clearly understand that King Valagamba did a really important thing in Sri Lanka. And it represents that King Valagamba is greater than King Dudgamanu. And mostly I want to mention that King Dudgamanu made temples in an independence time. But in other hand, in King Valagamba's time, there was a huge drought named called Bamentia Seya. It was a hard time. But King Valagamba despite the drought and made several temples such as Abhayagiriya, Rangiri Damburu Vihara, and Rangiri Damburu Vihara is the biggest temple in Sri Lanka. Actually, this incident shows us that King Valagamba shows his persistence of great characteristic of leader. Finally, also I think it's clear to you to understand that King Valagamba did more efforts than King Dudgamanu. And at last also, I believe that King Valagamba is greater than King Dudgamanu.
This effort of mine is not for the kinship, sake of kinship, but only for the existence of Buddhism. It was told to Elara by King Dudgamanu when he defeated. Mahavansha testified that King Dudgamanu had nearly made 99 temples, such as Ruwannalisaya, Mirsahadiya, Loga Mahabad, and more. From those, Ruwannalisaya is the main. We all know Ruwannalisaya is one of the tallest ancient monuments, standing at 103 meters in height. But the original stupa had been about 55 meters in height and was renovated by many kings. So, when we talking about the foundation of Ruwannalisaya, it was formed like this. The earth was dug to a depth of 7 meters. And after that, able-bodied men brought limestone, put it in pieces, and watered it and leveled it with leather shoes. And then it was strengthened by a type of clay called Vendromati between the stones on that layer. Again, a stone layer, a gravel layer, then a tile layer were laid on it. And then, after that, iron bars spread on it with a liquid glue dissolved in a chemical substance laid on it. So, that technology is nearly same to the concrete in Sri Lanka today. So, that technology is even today surprising the world. So, this is a picture of Ruwannalisaya. This is the foundation I mentioned earlier. Even today, the Ruwannalisaya stand on this foundation. So, when we compare King Dudgamanu to Valagamba, Valagamba had built very small number of stupas. Even though he built Abhayagiriya, through that he created a sectarian and divided Buddhism into two. So, as I mentioned earlier, King Dudgamanu has did his maximum to protect Buddhism, whatever it is difficult. So, I stress that the fact King Valagamba hasn't done nothing. He done everything for to gain his state power. Thank you.
During King Valagamba's time, Sri Lanka was divided facing equally. But would you say King Dudgamanu is greater than King Valagamba? How would you say? King Dudgamanu play all the work with his 10 giants, not with from himself. But in King Valagamba did everything by himself. When Queen Somavati jumped out from the cart when they were going, the king thought that I will definitely kill Tamil people and get back Queen Somavati. You say then and King Alagamba take many actions towards the unification of Sri Lanka, such as military campaigns. When King Alagamba intended military campaigns again to reclaim lost territories from the invaders. He strategically planned attacks, weaken enemy forces and regain the power. And he had many qualities. He had a strategic vision, and he had a clear vision for every war, and he won everything. Not like King Dutukamunu, he made many troopers like Abhayagiriya, and he in Temple Aluvihara, the Malagamba wrote the Tripitaka. Do King Dutukamunu write Tripitaka like that? No, I think she did. King Dutukamunu was born. King Dutukamunu was born to fight. Every people say that. Not like King Dutukamunu, King Malagamba, born to fight, born to gain the Buddhism. And the King Dutukamunu get all the things from his father, the 10 giants and everything. But King Malagamba not only anything from his father, and he did everything. So I have to ask from you, how would you say King Dutukamunu is greater than King Malagamba?
Imagine, if you are doing a good thing to hide your own faults, do you think it's a good thing? Remember, King Malagamba is a person like that. He built Abhayagiri Pagoda by killing the man called Giri because of his own personal matter. Can you guys agree with me what he did? That is what I am asking from you. At the time, monks are the most important part of the society. When the ruler of the country should have been a Buddhist, while the Buddhism is the main religion of the country. During the Bulukiya Samhita, he has provided arms to 600 monks by selling his own earrings. This proves that King Dutukamunu was a person who had humble qualities since his early days. Also he realized the discomfort in the throat while preaching Dharma. So he has provided number of medicines for them. This is an important factor to show that King Dutukamunu had understanding others' difficulties, which is a great leadership quality that a king should have. And this shows the mutual independency of King Dutukamunu. Not only that, he reconstructed the Mahiyangana Pagoda from 30 cubits to 80 cubits. And also, he was the one who started the Vesak festival for the first time. In the other end, he has done so many work for the society. He has built number of restaurants, toilets as a superior level. Not only that, he offered dancers at the 4 main gates of the Ruwanmali Mahasaya. While King Dutukamunu was doing so many work for the society, so many work for the Buddhism, King Malagamba created a sectarian among monks and expelled 500 Theravadi monks from Mahavihara. So one of the opposing member said that Abhayagiri is the one that King Malagamba made, and it is one of the greatest monuments that he made. But Abhayagiri is a grave because he killed the man and built it. The ones who going to visit it, they don't know the real story. That's the real thing. So finally, I would like to ask, if you can imagine about a king who has been so loyal for the motherland, so loyal for the Buddhism, expect King Dutukamunu. Thank you.
King Malagamba work in irrigation, architecture and culture made ancient Sri Lanka more prosperous and culturally rich. King Malagamba did a lot of works for Sri Lanka. They are irrigation techniques, architectural techniques and cultural contributions. Irrigation techniques. Plans and regulation. King Malagamba was improved farming by building and maintaining large water tanks and water management. He used advanced method to do control and distribute water. And other point is architectural techniques. He built the Abhayagiri Vihara and a large and important Buddhist monastery in Sri Lanka. Stone carvings. The building from his time had detailed
detailed strong carvings and structure. And culture contribution is support for monks, he support for monks and their monasteries. And other thing is culture blend. His school saw a mix of different culture influence, including those from South India, and which made the local culture richer and more diverse. And I would like to say Valagamba is better than Hindu.
The campus thieves suddenly enter your class, breaking the door. They pointed their knife at you. Now, what will you do? You have two options. One, raise your hand and get under their control. Or you can find them and take their knife onto your hand. If you are a real man, what will you choose? You will ever choose to leave home and tell the thief to do anything they want? You will? No. No. But the character you talk today named the greatest King Valagamba who is the person who is hid inside of the rock caves. When the direct attack was against him, like a snail going into his shade. Not into that. We'll lose the identity of Sri Lankan king. The stewardship of truth totally can bodily of Lord of Buddha. And I ask this question. You can save your mother in I think like this. You can save your mother in your mother trouble. You can save your wife in your trouble. You can't. Then it's suitable for use the I'm big son and something like that in Valagamba. Like that King Valagamba says. King Valagamba couldn't save his wife. That Tamil rulers catch his wife, Queen Soma Devi, taken on the India, and that's like king. How can we say real king? How can we say real king? Like that? How can we say? So I ask the question. I ask some question. King Valagamba didn't have any plan, and can he kinship in law? Thank you.
The proposing team, the last speaker said that thief coming to inside the home and shoving the knife, and how mad idea is. If the thief is going to handle the knife, how we going to fight with the hands? Now you explain me, and if the thief going to control his hand, we can escape. But if we attack with the knife, how you are going to be escaped? And the proposing team leader said that there are no points done by the King Valagamba. How about the crediting the transcription of Pali Canon? It is the main point that done by the King Valagamba. And the same as examine about the legacy of the king, the Valagamba we should talk about the Abhayagiri Vihara. One of the most significant contribution was it. And King Dutugamunu didn't fight with his own strong. First he planned to escape from the kingdom and go to the village. He planned to make his army with the farmers, can farmers fight with the own work? You should think about that. But they were behind 10 giants. First, you talk about the respect, the qualities of King Dutugamnu. Do you know the real story of King Dutugamnu? When he said we should destroy King Elar for his father, his father said that it's not easy. Elar is a big king, and the King Dutugamnu said that I can defeat King Elar, and he went. But the father is the one who planned the war, who gave the soldiers for the war, and he was the one who planned. And in the history, for the years 2050, the King Dutugamnu is the bad one, did the worst thing for his father. He sent the clothes of the woman to the father to wear because the main reason he sent that the clothes of a woman to his father to wear, because he said that he is afraid of King Elara. And King Valagamba regime had a lasting impact on the Sri Lankan culture and region. His efforts to preserve that promote Buddhism, which have been remembered and celebrated throughout the island history. By examining those details, we can agree with that King Valagamba is greater than King Dutugamnu.
One who do any coward things or one who murder people? Can you say such person a king? No. King Valagamba is a such king. One of opposing team members said that King Valagamba built Abhayagiri Stupa, but he built Abhayagiri Stupa to take revenge. One who take revenge, can you say that that one is a king? No. He killed Giri Niganta because when he is fleeing because he's afraid for the invaders, Giri Niganta shouted that Black Lion is running away. To take revenge for that, King Valagamba killed him and set fire for his monastery. And on that grave, he made a Abhayagiri Stupa. So can you say that he did a service for the Buddhism by building the Abhayagiri Stupas? No. But King Dutugamnu built a stupa named as Elara Stupa, who is the most powerful invader. So, and he said to respect, not to make noise. So when compared to Dutugamnu, can you say that King Valagamba is better, who made a stupa on a grave? No. And also, one member said that King Dutugamnu killed people, but King Valagamba did a service to people. Do you know King Valagamba killed her own brother Kallatnaga to get the state power, and also he killed Minister Kausiha because without having any reason. And when a minister Kapisiha coming down the steps, he saw that Valagamba is coming towards him. So he beside, but King Valagamba killed him by saying that he don't know to respect a king. But do you think that Valagamba know to see the truth? No. And also he killed one of his wife and his son. And in a conflict between Anula Devi and one of his minister Tanasiva, he killed Tanasiva for a fault of Anula Devi. So do you say that King Valagamba did a service for the people? He killed innocent people. But King Dutugamnu killed only Elara. He killed only Tamil leaders because he want to unify our country. He want to save our Buddhism. Only for that he killed Elara. And do you have any evidence that King Dutugamnu killed Tamil peoples without any reason? No, you don't have. So when we compare Dutugamnu and Valagamba haven't done, he murdered people. He divided Buddhism into sectarian. And he did many coward things. So when we compare Valagamba to King Dutugamnu, do you say that King Valagamba is greater than King Dutugamnu? No. You have no any point to say that King Dutugamnu King Balagamba is greater than King Dutugamunu. Thank you.
So, a king is supposed to care for his own members. Now, you might see that King Dutugamunu doesn't even care for his own brother. Now, you told that one of the opposing team members stated that King Dutugamunu care for his members. How could you tell that? King Dutugamunu fight with his own brother Saddadisa. How could you tell that he is caring for his own members? How could a king who is fighting with his own brother can rule a kingdom? And also another thing is that one of the proposing team members stated that King Valagamba ran away from the fight. Imagine an exam. Now tomorrow is the exam. You haven't studied anything about that. You are becoming afraid and you haven't been ready for it. So likewise, King Valagamba hasn't been ready for that. There is no purpose for fighting without even being ready. So he decided to take time by not fleeing away. He just decided to take time. It is not that running away from the people. And also, one of the proposing team members stated that Ranmali Mahasaya is tallest temple. How could you even say that? Rangil Double Vihara is the biggest temple in Sri Lanka. And another thing is that, do you have any evidence for killing people by King Valagamba? There should be any reason, because King Valagamba may have been killed people because they have been a harm to our country, because to save our country from the invaders. And also another thing is that it had been mentioned that you told that 99 temples have been built by King Dutugamunu, but have you any evidence to prove that? But only I think that there are no evidence for proof that. And also another thing is that he doesn't have any qualities with him, because he also sent women's clothes for his father. How could a king that cannot even care for his family members, his own father, can rule a kingdom? He doesn't have any qualities with him. And also I think that you all know that King Dutugamunu had 10 warriors and an elephant named Kadol elephant. So here you can see the 10 warriors. But I think that without these 10 warriors, King Dutugamunu is a normal person. He cannot do anything without them, because for example, for every fight he takes the 10 warriors with them. So why should a king take 10 warriors? Just as King Valagamba didn't take any warriors or an elephant to fight with his other people, he just fight with his invaders only by himself. So I think at last also I highly believe that in nutshell I like to say King Dutugamunu is just a normal person who doesn't even care for his own members. So I think that King Valagamba is a great person for take an example for as our school students. And I highly believe that King Valagamba is greater than King Dutugamunu.
Aim of argument or discussion should not be a victory, but progress. So ladies and gentlemen, it's the moment we have been waiting for. It's the time to unveil the results of tonight's debate. But before that, I would like to invite Ms. Shashiprabha Rajbatirana to address the gathering.
Good afternoon everyone, dear Nuwan sir, dear students and my dear parents. And first of all, I must thank Nuwan sir for inviting for this occasion. Actually then, I think sir said this is the first time we have a debate like this. And what I feel is, actually now, most of the students are from Clayton College, so they did a great job here, and most of the students spoke well, and they had gathered a lot of information about all these topics and all. So I'm really happy about that. And most of the students had the debating style, but some have to improve. But I think in the future they will be able to improve all these skills and all. My parents had kata karo thing ඇත්තටම මේ මට අර දැන් මේකට ආවම හිතුණා ඒගොල්ලන් කොච්චර හොඳට කතා කරනවද කියන එක. දැන් ස්කූල් එකේ වුණත් අපි වැඩ කරගෙන යද්දී ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ දැන් සයන්ස් කරත් ස්කූල් එකේ ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඉංග්‍රීසි ලෙවල් එක ගොඩක් හොඳට තියෙනවා. මම ඒක ළඟින් එකම දේ. ඒ කියන්නේ මම දකිනවා මේ ක්ලාස් එකෙන් එන සපෝට් එකත් එක්ක මේගොල්ලන්ගේ ලොකු ඉම්ප්‍රූව්මන්ට් එකක්. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා ඔයගොල්ලන් හොඳම තැනට ළමයිව යොමු කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඉංග්‍රීසි සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක ඉම්ප්‍රූව් කරන්න. ඉතින් මට ඇත්තටම තියෙන සතුට තමයි මේගොල්ලන්ගේ අර ඒගොල්ලන් කතා කරන විදිහ, ඒගොල්ලන් තොරතුරු හොයලා තියෙන විදිහ. ඒකට ඒගොල්ලන් ආගියව කරගන්න විදිහ. ඒකට ඒක තව තවත් ඉම්ප්‍රූව් වෙයි ඉස්සරහට. දැනට ඒගොල්ලන් හොඳ තත්ත්වයක මේගොල්ලන්ගේ වයස හැටියට හොඳ තැනක ඒගොල්ලන් ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් අර මට ඇත්තට මේක දැක්කම සතුටුයි. ඉතින් මම විශ් කරන්නේ මේගොල්ලන්ට හොඳ තැනකට එන්න ලැබේවා අනාගතයේදී. තව මොන හරි වීක්නසස් තිබුණා නම් වීක්නසස් විදිහට තිබ්බර ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඩිබේට් කරගන්න විදිහ තමයි මේගොල්ලන්ට අලුත් දෙයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එතකොට ඒක තමයි ඉස්සරහට යද්දී මම හිතනවා හැදිලා ඒගොල්ලන් හොඳ තැනකට හොඳ ලෙවල් එකකට එයි කියලා ඉස්සරහදී. ඒතර ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ඔයල් රිසර්ච් වලටත් ඒක හොඳ support එකක් වෙයි. Then thank you very much children. I wish you all the best and do all those debates very well in the future, right? Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam, for your insightful speech. Ladies and gentlemen, and our dear competitors, it's time to discuss the results of the previous debate. Both teams were amazing tonight.
Everyone gave their best effort and demonstrated their capabilities. We are grateful for the dedication and the hard work of everyone. It was really impressive regardless of the results of today's debate. Your effort and commitment are admirable. Results are just one part of the journey, so keep focusing on the journey and the lessons you learned today. Don't let the results overshadow your progress and dedication.
So now, let's reveal the results. Which is the team who has got selected, who are moving to the semi-finals. The team moving to the semi-final is... Oh, before that, I would like to ask you a question, Himansha. What is your idea? It will be a progressing team or the opposition?
Actually, Sasiru, I really can't guess after seeing this debate. So let's see the result. The team moving to the semi-final of the Smart Debaters Debate Commission is the proposing team led by Himansha Hansini. Congratulations!
Thank you all for the thrilling and enlightening debate. I'd like to appreciate everyone present here tonight. These team judges, parents and the competitors. Once again, congratulations to the selected team and we'll see you again in the semi-finals. Have a nice day.